Welcome back to the channel. This is Will and Tilly's, the real Darth Revan, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Today, before this interview, which I haven't done in a long time, you will have an intro. So check it out. Please enjoy.
King of Brooklyn, King of New York, King of the Gram, King of the Hunters, King of the Lanterns, brightest day, blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. King of the Seven, Rangers, Guardians, and cosplay ciphers. King of Avengers, King of the X-Men, King of the Hell Spawn, I dub thee Spawn. King of the past, present, future, cosplayers watching. King did it, King visit, Black Panther, King Lasheen. All hail the King, I drop the mic. King, 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 he is Lasheen. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Will and Tilly's, the real Dark Brethren, and I'm here to bring you a new interview. Check the shirt, I Revan, and let me give you an introduction, although the man himself does it. Let's hear it.
People and things of hell, I dubbed in. Oh.
And tell the people who you are, Spawn.
Thank you so much for having me again, Will. My name is Lasheen. On Instagram, you can follow me at T'Challa. Very, very happy to be here, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome, welcome. Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't done one of these in a long time. So, it's good to get back into the saddle. So let's talk about the Spawn thing there. That was the actor John Leguizamo who played the mad sad violator. And let's talk about that statement. I've dubbed thee Spawn.
Absolutely.
Tell us about when you met John.
Absolutely. So it was crazy, right? I was debuting my Spawn at Baltimore Con last October. It was my first time at the con. And they were doing a cosplay runway that I wanted to be a part of. So I figured that would be the greatest stage to put Spawn on display. So it was the first time I wore Spawn at a con. And I just so happened, I had no idea Leguizamo was even there.
Right.
I just happened to be going downstairs and I saw his booth and he was at lunch. And I was like, are you kidding me? John Leguizamo's here?
Right.
I'm Spawn. This is perfect. And I had to go back to his booth 4 times because every time I went over there, he was busy or he wasn't there. He was doing something else. And when I finally got to him, he looked me up and down. I looked at him and magic just happened, man.
Oh, wow. That's great. That's an awesome thing. So now your Spawn is really spot on. If there was a society, it probably is, I don't know, that, goes say, we'll bring you into society because your Spawn is really spot on. So how did you come up with the concept and why did you pick that particular version of Spawn? Because we know through the years, Spawn costume has changed. Even his cape itself has changed. Even the person who was Spawn has changed, of course. So why did you settle on the Simmons character?
Absolutely. So Spawn is a dream cosplay for pretty much any male Black cosplayer. We all want to be Spawn at some point in our lives. We say it, and it's hard to pull off. It's really hard to make. It is really hard to wear, and it is very expensive. So you don't see that many Spawns. Right. And I was approaching my second year in cosplay, and as I told you from the first time I met you, I'm one of the extra people on the planet. I just want to go another level with everything I do. And I said to myself, how can I get to another level and get some what can I do that hasn't really been done yet? Because Power Rangers was my big thing the last time I talked to you.
Right.
But then I was like, I want to go outside of Power Rangers, Marvel, DC, Image, Spawn. Let's go Spawn. And I scoured the internet to find people that could help me put it together. Shout out to Cardboard World Star over across the pond over there in Europe. They really helped me out with just putting it together, all made out of foam and all the electricity to make the eyes glow and all of that good stuff like that. I had to do Spawn. It was a dream cosplay for the culture, and I knew that if I could get it, I could pull it off.
Well, I would say that you did get it, and we definitely know that you pulled this one off um, fabulously. So, how long did it take you to get the cosplay? How long does it take to get something custom made like that? That necessary. There's no molds for this, and so
No.
the foam benders have to really test it out. So, how long did it take you to get these pieces? Did it come all at once, or just you
Oh
know?
yeah. So I hate doing piece by piece because my obsession kicks in, and like if I only had the helmet but I didn't have the bodysuit, it would drive me nuts. So I
Right.
had the guy, yo, don't send me nothing till it's all done. I believe it only took him, believe it or not, 2 months to build, and then about 20 days to ship because it came, worldwide.
Right.
And then when I got it, I did some adjustments to it too. I still like to put my own stamp on things. So
Okay.
I went to the hardware store and I bought, the chains, and I put the
Right.
chains on myself. I measured it, sized it up, the chest chain, and then I have chains that hang off of the belt that I did myself. We
Okay.
starched up the tape to make the back piece, the top piece of it
Right.
stick.
Yeah.
That part is hard to maintain, but I got to do some rewiring too. But
So there's wire.
stamp on it, like you just use the same wire that you would use for like a wire hanger. If you just loosen it, you just kind of put it into the cape and it'll help it stick up.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, that's some good stuff. So also there was an article written about you. Actually, it was a couple of maybe a few articles written about you. Actually, since we're talking periodicals, I mean, you're just really blown up in the periodical world, in the cosplay world, whereas you've been in several magazine spreads also. How does that make you feel when you're just Lasheen, and then all of a sudden, you got these articles written about you. Then you have these spreads, and then you have your panels, which you can go into a little bit later. So let's focus on these articles.
I mean, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Thank you for pointing it out too. I managed to make it into 11 magazines. And I believe that's 8 more from when I first talked to you. I think I was already in 3.
Right.
But Creative Cosplay has showcased me 11 times. And then Cosplay Zine, a newer publication, they showcased me last month. So that was 12, just for that. And then Screen Rant came out of nowhere with these articles about me. Marcel Green, the author, he wrote both articles. And I'm telling, like, people, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazier than the magazines, because with the magazines, I have the input. I'm the one who applies to be in it. I send them my photos, and then they tell me if I made it in or not. But with Screen Rant, I have nothing to do with it. I'm just living my life, minding my business. I wake up and somebody sends me a message, yo, this is you, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I hit Screen Rant, I hit the link, and it's about me, Black Panther Ranger. I could not believe it. Spawn yesterday. What? Like, who's watching me? How is this happening?
Oh, your name is out there now.
Yeah.
So, because you do some great cosplay, you represent yourself well. You're on the panels, and your name is out there, and there's a buzz behind you, whether you know it or not. There obviously are. And I did read the article on the Black Ranger one. It was a pretty good read. It's about a 5-minute read or 10-minute read, depending on your speed of read. If you're interested to read it, I'll try to put the link in the bottom of the video once I post this up.
Sure.
But yeah, so that was awesome. I've been I've been a big fan of your career, and I've been following you, and of course I follow a few other people, but mainly you're the one of the cats that I've been following and seeing your meteoric rise. You rose really fast. So rising really fast, I want to talk about, I'm sorry, folks. I'll be right back. I just want to do something. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. All right. And we're back.
Woo!
Tell me about
Wow.
this. But before you do, I got another little surprise intro for you, for the people who do not know what this is. Listen to this.
Nice.
So tell us
So cool.
about Predator, and which Predator are you? Because what people don't
Yep.
understand, there are several versions of Predators. There's the Predator Society is a caste-based society, of course, as you know, being one of the premier Predators I've seen out there. This is just
Mhm.
in the movie. So tell us about this, because this is one of the things that was written about you. Was this Predator?
I mean, Predator was I still can't believe that I have this, that I pulled this one off. So the reason why Predator happened was because it all started at Baltimore Con as well. When I did Spawn and I was at the cosplay runway, there was a girl, her Instagram is called My Raiden. Check her out. She did a female Predator, and she went after me when we were doing the runway. We were both on stage together, and we took some pics together too. And up until that point, I didn't even know you could do a Predator cosplay. I didn't even know it was possible. I thought it was too elaborate and just impossible, right? I thought you had to be in Hollywood to do it, but she pulled it off. So again, I became obsessed. And I'll never forget, the drive home, my wife looks at me, she looks me up and down, and I'm like, what'd I do? And she's like, you think I'm stupid? I know what's gonna happen next. I was like, what? You're gonna get a goddamn Predator suit. I was like, shit.
And that remains to be true.
And the crazy part is, at the time, I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to be Predator. I don't care about Predator. I meant it when I said it, but she knows me better than I know myself. So fast forward about 6 months, maybe even less, and I was like, I need this. Like, and the obsession just hit me hard in February, and I was like, it's all I could think about. And I was like, the only thing I could up the ante for my Spawn is Predator. So I went with it, and I chose Predator from Alien versus Predator. He's a hunter, and he was like the main Predator that teamed up with Sanaa Lathan's character.
Right.
I wanted to go with that one because, and I had a choice. The guys who helped me build this, they do every kind of Predator, from the elders to the ones that you only see in the comics to the originals. But I'm just in love with that biomask with the 3 scars on it.
Right.
I think that is just super cool. So I like that more than I like the 87 mask or the 91 mask. So that's why I like this Predator.
Oh, okay, great. So once again, I'm gonna ask the question: how long did it take them to build something? Since they do a lot of Predator type cosplay or costumes, so they probably have molds and stuff already ready. They may have something already ready. So how long did this take to get to you?
So this one, same thing with the Spawn. It took 10 weeks to make, and then it took 10 days to come. So technically, I got it before I got the Spawn. Like, Spawn was 10 weeks and then 20 days to come. This was 10 weeks and 10 days to come. And these guys, I mean, the work they did, Boggiano art, I mean, oh my goodness gracious. They're out in Spain, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Fantastic work, great customer service. They took my measurements, and
so you measured yourself, and you said,
I'm just a whole different size from a normal person, so I can't use a mold. You gotta, I stay in the gym, so whatever measurement I give you, I always have to add an extra like quarter inch because I know I'm going to get even bigger. So I have factored that in, knowing that in 2 months when I get it, I'm probably not going to be the size I am when I write this out.
Right.
So that's what ended up happening, and it worked out perfectly, worked out beautifully. What I will say though, Spawn takes, my wife has to help me put on both. I can't do it by myself. It's physically impossible. And Spawn takes roughly 15 minutes to put the whole thing on. Predator takes closer to 40 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. That's nice. So yeah, I was really impressed with the Predator. It was just very outstanding, and everything like that. So I just found it fascinating that you went ahead and were like, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to try something. And then you did it, and you pulled it off really well. And then you met a couple of the Predators, a couple of the actors that played the Predator. The latest one being the real tall Predator from the latest Predator movie. Am I correct? Or the one before?
10 one actually.
Oh, the one
Predator.
where they went to the planet, and that's when they
Yes.
just right. Okay, yes.
Yes, one with Adrian Brody. So yeah,
Yes.
I met Harry Jones, who played the tracker Predator. And
Right.
if you guys remember, he was the one with the tusks that came out of his mask.
Okay.
Got blown up by the Russian. That's the Predator that I met. And the crazy part is, again, just like with Leguizamo, I did not plan to meet him. I had no idea that I was meeting him. And the thing is, so with my Predator suit, it is the by far most difficult suit that I own. So
Right.
I've only had the Predator suit for what, 9 weeks now, and I've worn it 10 times. And I told you it takes 40 minutes to put on, and that's on a good day. On a bad day, it could take like an hour to put on. So, and it's really hot, and it's 41 pounds. The head alone is 20 pounds because of the dreads.
Right.
So
I know about dreads. I know, with the dreads, and those things can be heavy.
I try my best not to wear it often because it's such a to-do, right? But there was a girl, Bioweapon Lakota, who was going to the con that I went to this weekend, and I've just entered this Predator community. I had no idea how big it was. There are so many. There are literally clan leaders in each state. Texas has their own clan. New York has their own clan. Like everybody, Massachusetts has a clan. I didn't know it was this big. So when she said that she was going to Contropolis, New Jersey, I literally lived 10 minets away from where it was at. So I was like, there's no reason for me not to go.
Right.
I'm gonna bring Predator out one more time. So I bring the Predator out. She had her female Predator at the booth, and we team up. We took over the whole con, and we walk over to we just walk in the con, and we Carrie Jones is there, and he has a picture of himself as Tracker Predator, and we get the photo op, and I'm just like, as I told, I'm a pretty big guy, 260, 6 feet tall. This guy stands up because he was seated when we were talking. We were chopping it up for a while. Yo, this Predator suit is so crazy. Yo, I love your suit. I'm like, yo, I love your suit, man. And we're just going back and forth. This man stands up. Will, I'm telling you, I'm like, I very seldom meet people bigger than me, and I mean by height and weight. This guy made me look like a little guy, and that's very hard to do. I could not believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I get that because I'm 6'1" and I'm like 215, 217. I'm trying to get down to 199. It ain't gonna never happen. But I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty tall. I mean,
right.
It's hard for someone to be a regular person to be taller than me. But a few years ago, when I was in Chicago, and my cousin took me down to NBC Sports where she worked, and I met Frank Thomas, and the man is a mountain of a man, not just in height, but his body is wider than me. His head is bigger than my whole arm.
Yes,
huge. But so I get the sentiment when you meet somebody who's just a mountain of a person.
Yes,
you're like,
that's
man,
exactly what it was
guy,
like.
And then he's in a relatively good shape. So you're like, man, this guy's huge. So moving on, let's talk about the cosplay star contest. We both joined that contest. I would say it was eye-opening. I never tried to do a cosplay contest because I mean, I don't really care. I just go out and do my thing. And so I know you had some concerns about it, and there was some rumbling throughout the community that even reached my ears, besides you and a few other people, that it was almost like a rig thing. I won't say rig because we don't want to get into the liability.
Right. Let's not.
No. But what I'm saying is people didn't think it was all too fair on how the votes came in, even though I had fun. I mean, I made it.
It was fun.
I made it to pretty far. When you do the numbers, I was probably one of the top 30 to 60 people, which is fun. I mean, for my first run. But how do you feel about it? And we don't really want to disparage anything, but
I won't say anything too negative, but I I mean, you know, just like you, like I'd never done Cosplay Star before, and I was like, it'll be fun, win, lose, or draw. It'll be fun to just see, you know. And I did like the first week of it, like collecting the votes and seeing how many of my friends showed up for me is what I really liked. And by that I mean not necessarily the cosplay community of friends, but my friends before I got into cosplay, because the world has changed a little bit. My world, anyway, because 2 years ago when I first got into this, they thought I was a weirdo. You know, a lot of people made fun of it. A lot of people didn't want to understand it. They try to understand it, but they see that I've stuck with it, and they've seen how good I've gotten. And for me to say, hey, you know, I joined all of these cosplay groups, including yours, Black Cosplay Society, because I needed a safe haven to showcase my cosplays, because my own page just was not interested. And it's okay. I'm not going to force anybody to, you know, but I love that now, you know, they see how dedicated I am. They see the passion, and whether they like cosplay or not, they're like, I'm going to support this guy. And they jumped on, they voted for me.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that myself. Honestly, I have a similar experience, not to cut you off, but that's why I created the Black Cosplayer Society, because I was just tired of all, you know, the snark and the stuff that goes along with it. But I do have to say that when it came down to it, the people did vote. Because it's hard to sustain that over the many weeks that.
That's the thing, yeah.
I ran into voter fatigue, and I gave it a good shot, and I think I'm better for the experience and everything like that.
Exactly.
I just think that if I ran the contest, I would do it a little bit different.
I would do it a lot different.
But it was a great experience. So we're running close to the end of the time, because I don't want to keep you, because you're a busy man. Because I know that this weekend you're doing some
Go-Go Ranger Station.
Right?
Weekend is Go-Go Ranger Station in Philadelphia. Well, it's actually right outside of Philadelphia in Phoenixville. And this is going to be the biggest and busiest con day of probably my entire cosplay career. I have 4 suits I have to change into. I have my own vendor's table. And then I'm closing out the entire show with a song, my Green Ranger freestyle that I did back in April. They're going to let me do it at the event and on stage in front of everybody. So I have a whole like production going there. And then just, you know, before all of that even happens, like I said, I have 4 different Ranger suits that I'm changing into, including Black Panther Ranger. So I know everybody wants to see that come back out. And then I have my own vendor's table where I'll be selling digital edits that I do, that I've done a couple for you. So I'll be selling those on the spot as well. So any cosplayers, I'm going to bring my professional camera with me. I'll set it up. We'll do I'll pose you. I'll do the picture, and then I will edit it. If you want me to do it on the spot, I'll do it on the spot for $20. And if you want me to take my time and do it at home, I'll do it for $10. So
yep. And let me tell you folks, he's pretty good. So check this out. This is me as Darth Revan of Revan. This is his photo edit.
Oh snap! I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, and then I added I Revan here. Yeah, this is it. This is it, man. I went and put this on the t-shirt. Because why not? Why not put yourself in a t-shirt? So, yeah, this is it, man. See?
Yo, you the man. You are the man. You are the man for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is it. So as you can see, he does very good work. Very good work. As you can see, the power of the Empire is nothing compared to the power of the Force. As you know, the Force here, everyone. Anyway, that's some good stuff. Check him out. It's Lasheen Williams. He does Spawn. He does Predator. He does his own version of the Black Power Ranger. He does he does Green Lantern. I did a Green Lantern, but my suit didn't work out. So
you'll get it. You'll get it.
But I do have a new suit coming. It finally shipped. I mean, man, it's been like forever. So y'all gonna stay tuned for that. I'm the only clue I'm giving you guys is you can't outrun me. With that, and all you heroes beware. With that, once again, I am Will Antilles, the real Darth Revan. Here's my proof. No, I'm just kidding. And this is Lasheen Williams, and I thank you for coming to the channel. And yes, let's go out with one more. Let's go out with one more John Leguizamo.
Names of the people and things of hell I dubbed thee. Oh.
All right, people.